change anything of that, the machine becomes in the last LED, and the last LED is also red, and then the machine is switched off. You can now repeat this you can switch on the machine 4 or 5 times again, and the machine is jumping every time in the red position. Then you can switch it on 4 or 5 times again. But if you don't change anything, because the electronic says, hey, we have to do something, and you don't change anything, the fuse inside the electronic box gets broken, and says, okay, this was the job site for the day. But you have also a spare fuse inside the electronic box, so you can help the customer and say, okay, but be careful, if you open an electronic box, you have to do an e-check for safety, because you can maybe damage a cable or something else. I don't want to say that you are not allowed to do it, and so, but to be careful. Okay, these are the explaining of the LEDs and what the machine tells us when it's working too much energy. So this is the reason why we have these 5 LEDs, and this LED on top tells you also when something is going on. When the machine is switched off because overheating, you can switch the machine on after 10-15 minutes, but this is not enough cooling time. So when I have 10-15 minutes cooling time, the motor or the electronic is still hot. And when I start the machine then and work again, the interval between switching off is getting shorter and shorter.
So when you said overheating, what is overheating? The electronic port or the motor?
Both. Both can happen. And the LED tells you what kind of part is too hot. When it's flashing 2 times in an interval, the electronic is too hot. When it's flashing 3 times in an interval, the motor is too hot. And this can happen when the turbulence, the dust inside the chain, and the tension of the chain is too tight, and the machine has to work too much, then could happen that the machine has to, the electronic has to work too much for regulation of speed, and the motor has to work too much, and so both can be happen, but when you take care about the machine, and you have the machine in this adjustment that the trigger is running with 1 finger, and you don't need power, everything is okay, and this will not happen. Sometimes it can happen if you have not enough electricity on the job site. Then the machine has, for example, like a motor, not enough gas or not a good gas, when it's running not tough enough. And so this could also be happening. This could be also a cause of stopping of the machine.
To avoid overheating, we use ice packs in New Zealand. Ice pack or ice cream? Ice pack.
But if till you're waiting, you get an ice cream. Okay. What is also important? We have a cable, 12 meter, the diameter of 2.5. And please be so kind and do not use the smaller from the diameter. You get not enough electricity, not enough power for the machine. And if you get longer than 25 meters, the resistance is too hard to get enough power to the machine. So 25 meters, totally enough for this machine. And also sometimes we have the issue, if customers plug in a vacuum, the machine has also not enough power. It will be running, but it could happen also that the motor or electronic could get too hot.
But it is single phase, isn't it?
Yeah.
So have you ever thought of have a machine with battery?
Yeah. We are working on it.
Yeah, because I asked the question a couple of years ago, especially for oil.
We are working about it. We have, for example, the Rhydon is also with battery running now, and so we are working on it. We have in our PM meetings thoughts about it, and it's in developing.
Okay.
But it's a secret.
Open secret, right?
It's
No,
open secret.
well, many years ago I saw guys with a epoxy floor, epoxy screen.
That was for one of the part of the technical details. So also we have now in the equipment from the machine, we have the LED ring. LED ring is about 3.5 kilograms. We have the LED stripe here. It's not from IKEA, it's industrial stuff.
Change color?
Yeah, no, it doesn't change color.
I don't know what it showed me.
But we have a lifetime, a service life from this LED stripe from 50,000 hours. So we have to do a lot of work to get over it.
You have to keep records. How often you use the light? So
Yeah.
50,000 hours.
Yeah.
One is for the hours, like
Yeah. Okay, so what is very important if a client calls you and says, oh, my machine starts and stops immediately, but the machine is not hot, it could be that case that you have the machine not plugged in correctly. You have to plug it in this way. And you have here behind the plug a nose where the cover is locked. Yeah. And sometimes I see pictures that they put in the plug in this way. Now we have electricity, but the plug is not completely closed. And the electronic says, hello, something is wrong. And then the electronic says, okay, we make a break. That could happen. Then the other thing is, if you want to lay down the machine, our recommendation is stop it at the wheel and lay it on the handle. Yeah? Many guys do it in this way. They put the foot at the X, and there we have a plug. And there we have this plug, and when you get the feet or the foot at this plug, you open this plug, and then the plug can get loosened, and the electronic box says also something is wrong. Yeah? So be careful and be so kind and explain to customers, please fix the machine at the wheel when you want to lay it down. When the machine stops at the job site, yeah, in 98% the triple disc has an issue. Maybe the bearing inside is stopped, is broken, it's damaged, yeah, and one disc doesn't move anymore. Yeah. Then the machine has also to work too much and switch off. When the tension is too tight, yeah, it's also the problem. Yeah. Or you have sometimes too coarse grit on it. Yeah. When you have a soft wood, for example, and you have a one weight on it, this could also be happening. Because the heart of the machine is the triple disc. And it's very important to take maintenance on it regularly and daily.
What do you mean with maintenance?
Maintenance means I have to look after the chain tension.
Yeah.
When the chain tension, the right adjustment of the chain tension is, if I can move the chain with one thumb in this position that I connect this corner to this corner with the chain. Yeah? When I have to do this with two thumbs and many power, the tension is too tight. Yeah? So one thumb, only
How often do you have to change the tension, adjust it?
not often, yeah. When you close the nut here in the right way, you not have to often to tension the chain, yeah. But you have to clean the tension, the chain, yeah, regularly and daily, because the dust goes inside the chain and the tooth wheels, and then the tension getting tighter, yeah. And the other side is, if I have a tension which is too loosen, yeah, you hear it. It makes clack 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 because the chain knocks on the basic blade, and the machine is wobbling. Yeah, but you hear the noise. It makes clack 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 clack, and you know the tension of the chain is too loosen. Yeah, And this could be also causing damage at the bearings. Yeah? So it's very important to have the right tension of the chain. And then, I'll show you. I go around. Between the basic blade and the bayonet blades, you see here inside a white felt ring.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Give the bearings from dust. And so it is important that you do it one time in a week with a synthetic oil sprayed in, that the felting is wet, not dry. Yeah, when it's too dry, it's getting smaller, and then the dust has the possibility to get inside the bearing. Yeah? So this is also important for a weekly maintenance. Yeah? And then the turbo disc is running a long service life, yeah? And very good and very smooth. If I don't take a look on the turbo disc, this is the most causing problem. Yeah?
What sort of oil do you recommend using? What sort of oil?
A synthetic oil from maybe from for example Inotec or from Wirt. Please don't use any WD-40 because it's only a rust remover. Yeah, and it's what I can show you is the pad system, and also I can show you a new still on working and developing and modification on innovation at the Spider. You see, we have a big range now for the Spider on tools, and we have here the next tool for the Spider. It's for keep it simple system. Yeah. So this is these discs is the Pallmann flex disc. You can use it at the Spider for every sanding step, and it's the monkey-proof system. You don't need the pad system, yeah, because you have sometimes clients who don't understand the pad system, and you can say, okay, send with that disc, with the Pallmann flex disc. I give it a round.
Yeah. I recently made in New Zealand.
Yeah. So you only will remove the satellite disc. And put the Pallmann flex disc on the triple disc. And then you don't need other pads. You can sand every sanding step with the Pallmann flex disc. This is new.
You should have showed it, guy, because I didn't sell my pets, but I had to stop first.
Yeah, I give you arguments now for the pad system. The pad system is for the professionals, and you all are professionals. Yeah, and your clients also. Put the pictures here. And your clients also professionals. So we have there a Ninja pad. No, it's the exhaust pad. Many guys call it Ninja pad. This is the most important pad for the Spider. It works like a fan. So here the exhausts throw out the dust to the outside of the housing and give a support for the vacuum. But the most important thing is it takes also out the warm air, the hot air from sanding. Yeah? Because in the horizontal sanding, we're causing more heat than in the vertical sanding, because we have much more rubbing. And so we need this exchange from the hot air, because when we are sanding very hot, the coating systems are getting sticky, yeah, and our sanding, our abrasive gets closing very soon. Yeah? And so it's very important to get the heat out of the machine, and therefore is the exhaust pad. And then we have the intermediate disc. It's a small metal disc. Please explain to your customer not sand or take the abrasive directly on this disc. It's too thin of the metal because it's getting so hot in a very short time, and then the Velcro moves. Yeah, and you have no abrasive anymore on the disc. Yeah? So it's only a part which is between the pads, nothing else. Yeah? And you only have to look that the holes are fitting together, that the dust can fall through the exhaust pad, and then throw it outside, and also the warm air or the hot air can go also outside. And then you have the normal pad. You put it also on the machine and look carefully that the holes are fitting. And now the dust can fall through the through the 10 holes abrasive. And now we have the correct recommended adjustment of the pads. The actual recommendation is using all pads for every sanding step, from coarse to fine. Yeah? But if you are a professional and you see, okay, I want to remove the coating system, because we say or recommend every sanding should start as fine as possible and as coarse as you need. Because if you start too coarse, you have to work too much to get fine. So you save no money, you earn no money, yeah, you spend money on the job site. Yeah? So the best thing is belt sander or a spider, take a corner which is not so lightly, and then you can sand 1 meter right and left, and when you remove everything, the grid is okay. If not, you have to sand one grid course. Yeah? And if you see that if you have the grid 50 and it says okay, it works, but there's minimum coating rests on the floor. We can say, okay, I change, because I'm a professional, I change now my adjustment for this job site. And I do the coarse sanding only with the exhaust pad. This is also possible, because now with the exhaust pad I have pointly more pressure, so I get a little bit more abrasivity in my sanding step. If the grid 50 or 36, not removing it in one step, very easily. If you see, there are some rests, I can do it in this way. Okay? Mm-hmm. If you any questions, please feel free and ask me. I didn't answer it, but you can ask. No, I will answer. For when we have an issue at the job site, for example, we have coating systems, UV-hardened coating systems, DT coating systems, SH coating systems, which are very hard, and I have problems with the belt sander to remove them. Yeah? We have it all on the job site. I see you see, yes, I know. Yeah? We have this problem or issue also at the spider, and we have then this was the point we said, okay, we have to think about it. And then we thought, okay, we have to make a problem solver, and we did the diamond system for the spider. And you see it here. In the diamond system, we have special satellite discs with a rubber damper. Yeah? Because when I put one of the segments on it, it's a very hard sanding, and the machine could jump if I have no dampers. So the machine is running with the damper very smooth, and I don't and I don't hit the floor. The diamond system is only a problem solver, and the diamond system for the spider is only working on wood. If you work with the diamond system on an abrasive material like sparkle, filler, or rest of carpet adhesive or metal, the diamonds are gone in 50 or 70 square meters. Because we have only one layer of diamonds at the metal. Yeah, so I give it a round. This is grid 30. We have only one layer of diamonds. And there's a nickel layer on the metal. And with hand, the diamonds are setting in. Yeah?
Can you get other diamonds to fit in it so you do concrete with it?
No, this is not an official recommendation. You can get it, but it's not official. Because the thing is that we have concrete machines from Wolfe, and we have the Mambo, and you see at the Mambo there's also a clutch with a damper in it. Yeah? Because you get, when you sand concrete, many hits to the gear, yeah, and to the clutch, and this could be damage the screws between gear and motor. Yeah? So we had it sometimes, and the other thing is when you use it with a triple disc, it's possible. Yeah? But I can tell you only in Switzerland. This is no joke, because we have in Switzerland only one company who sells the machine. It's the Sterndinger, and the Swiss is very small, yeah, and they have one headquarter and 3 branches, yeah, and so they are all over the Switzerland. And when they do maintenance, all the branches and the headquarter has a fixing station. And every machine goes only to Sterndinger. And we have service nets in Germany, in Europe, all over all the countries, but all different companies. Yeah? And all have a different knowledge level. Yeah? And so, when you do it with a triple disc concrete, you have to do maintenance on the triple disc after every 1,000 square meter. And at least you have to change the chain after between 5,000 square meters. Because the chain getting longer and longer and longer. If you're grinding, yeah, you're grinding concrete, it's a very hard job for the triple disc. Yeah.
But if you're doing timber, just using timber, how often do you
If you do it on timber, yeah, it's no problem.
How many square meters?
I have we talk about five positions numbers, maybe 30, 50, 40. So I had this machine is from 2016, and the disc is also from the disc is from 2017 because it's a new one, a new version from the triple disc. It's from 2017, and I never changed the chain. And I have many square meters on it. I can't count it, but we have more than, I think, 20,000 square meters, and it's no problem. When you send only timber. When we talk about concrete, it's totally different because it's a very aggressive material, and also for the bearings, you have to do it after 1,000 square meters. A general maintenance. You have to put everything away, clean it completely, and then.
1,000 hours or 1,000 square meters?
1,000 square meters.
The bearings.
Yeah. Not to change the bearings, cleaning. You have to take every part away, clean the disc, the triple disc completely, yeah. And we have no service stations who can do it. Yeah. And this is the problem. And Switzerland is especially because they have only one company there. Yeah. So this is the reason. And you can, and in the US, this is not my. I didn't recommend it to the US that they use the Nina disc with the glass clutch on the slider, because it's also hitting too much to the gear, that the screws between gear and motor can broken, and then you have no warranty. So please be so kind and say, okay, this is a timber floor sanding machine. I make a mistake every time when I talk to Australia. I talk about wood and not timber. But you understand when I say wood, yeah. But now where they say timber, it comes back and says, they say timber. Okay, we only recommend the spider on timber. Yeah? And then we have our sister company, Wolfe, for concrete. Okay? So this is the diamond system, and you can reach the argument or the big advantage or benefit of the diamond system is not that I can get many square meters. No, it's my problem solver, and the big benefit is saving time. Only saving time. Because when you're on a job site, I have a flat with 30 or 40 square meters, and I can't remove this code. Yeah? and I had to do so much work. I saved, I go back to the car, take my diamond system, zack, ready. Yeah. So this is only the big benefit is time and not the square meters. You can reach between 500 and 1,500 square meters with the diamonds. Yeah. It belongs to the wood, it belongs to everything, but it's not the benefit that you reach these square meters. The benefit is saving the time. Okay. This is one of the special tools we developed for the spider. I want to introduce you. The next one is our brush technology, our brush system. We can remove there and structure floors. We remove the soft parts out of the wood and structure the floor with the stainless brush. I can give it also wrong, but please be careful so that we didn't color the floor red. Yeah. With the stainless brush, we remove the soft parts out of the wood and structure the floor. And with the nylon brush, we have it here in grid 60, but we have it also in grid 46. The next step after the stainless brush is grid 46, nylon. It's nylon, the right one, or nylon?
No.
Nylon, yeah. With the nylon brush, 46, and then 60. We make the sharp gaps from the stainless brush round and close the surface of the timber. of the timber. So that we have only the hard parts of the timber on top. Yeah? And a structured floor is more robust than a normal sanded floor, because in a normal sanded floor I have even soft parts left and can damage this easily than only the hard parts.
If you're doing a work, say, can you use that on a timber deck?
You can use it also on a timber deck to make a renovation.
It won't come off from the unevenness?
So when you have, I think about when we talk about 5 millimeters, it's no problem. That does work. But when you are over the 5 millimeters, it could be causing problems. But my recommendation in this case to renovate structured floors or desks, use the turbo scrubber together with the spider. When you want to remove every oil and you want to get new oil in it, you have to use after the turbo scrubber the spider brush system, and you can remove it and renovate it completely. If you only want to clean it, it's also possible to do it with the spider. But here you can use also a basic cleaner, put it on the floor, let it react, and then you go with the clean water inside the turbo scrubber and vacuum the water directly from the floor, and it's very clean and good. And also you can use and remove when you want to renovate a structured oil floor. You go with the turbo scrubber on it, remove all the dust and some parts of the oil, and then you go after that with the spider brushing system on it, and you can renovate the structured floor completely, and very easily and very good. So this is also possible with the brush system. And we did in 2000, I think it was 2018, we started with the brush technology. Yeah. And immediately we come out with the brush system, say the question comes, what about this with the edge? Yeah. We said okay, so we do also a machine, but we did it not only, we buy the machine Flex, Supraflex, or Flex, in the original version, but we have developed special tools for this machine, also special brushes, and not brushes you can get at the DIY market. Yeah, so we have special brushes, and you see the brushes have an angle, the brush bristles have an angle to go outside to get completely out of the edge. Yeah? And the next thing is, with these small brushes, you can also structure a stair, for example, yeah? Or maybe furniture, yeah? Or table, if you want. Yeah? So this is also possible with these brushes, and this is the same quality level as we use at the Spider. So we have a complete together working system. And this is also stainless brush, night brush 46 and night brush 60. Yeah? So this is the whole range we have for the Spider with tools. Then we have, this is also a thing I have to discuss with the boss of Pallmann, that we get the dust skirt in the shipment, in the equipment of the machine, because I think you have it also in Lavanda that you only have the suction ring, and not the skirt. You have to buy it extra.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think you're right.
Yeah. So, and I think we'll change it when we get over to next year, that we have it in the equipment included. Yeah. The dust skirt, because I have no normal. This is the normal version. This is the normal version. I put it around the machine, and then the gap between machine and the ring is too big, and the vacuum gets too much wrong air. Yeah? And so the vacuum is not good. So we have developed this dust skirt to get a bigger vacuum under the machine and have a very good vacuum now. And when we talk about vacuum, our recommendation with the vacuum is use the dust skirt, sorry, it was the Schutz, and say hello. So together, we use the dust skirt, and vacuum, and a pre-separator. Everyone knows the pre-separator?
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah? The pre-separator is the most important part in the vacuum system, because the pre-separator saves the filter system of the vacuum, and the vacuum can only do a good work when the filter system is clean. Because you know, every client of you takes the vacuum out of the car, excellent, out of the car to the job site, plug in, switch on, zzz, job site finish, out, vacuum in the car. Maybe he empties the bag inside. Yeah. Filter? Whoa, there's a filter inside. No one looks after the filter. And so this is, when I have a bad vacuum, not the vacuum is the fault, the machine. Yeah? And so it's very important to talk about to the clients and say, hey, please look after your vacuum, because the first question you get from the end client, oh, if you sand my floor, do I have many dust in the flat? This is the first question they get. And so they can say, no, I'm sure we don't have it. Okay, so here we have two kinds of vacuums, cyclones. You see the black one and you see the white one. The white one is for concrete, because it's only 30 kilogram or 30 liter. Here we have 50 liter. 50 liter timber dust is not so heavy than 50 liter concrete dust. Yeah? So please recommend the 50 liter bucket for timber. Yeah? But also about the black cyclone, because here we have coal fibers inside, and you have no static electricity at the bucket. And here, wow! with short pants, yeah, so it's not funny. Yeah. So I didn't know why we don't do it. It's also at the 30 liter bucket. We should do it at every separator. It's much better. But these are the benefits of the black cyclone at our pre-separator. And to complete the equipment of the Spider, we have also a pad disc. We can use the pad disc at the Spider to get to polish the floor, to get the oil inside, and also for immediate sanding between the coatings. Yeah? And the big advantage from the Spider is that I have a speed control between 50 and 400 RPM. So when I send it with a one-disc machine, the minimum speed is 50 RPM. The maximum speed, when I go complete, I have full speed 400 RPM. When I use it as a triple disc, I can switch on the additional drive with this locking stick. Now when it's on top, the additional drive is switched off. When it's down, the additional drive is switched on, and you see it inside the machine. We have here this locking stick. Now it's on, now it's off. When the additional drive is switched on, when the additional drive is switched on, the locking stick hold this driving pin and give an extra power about this chain to the small triple disc. Now the big ring at full speed runs 400 RPM, and with the additional drive, the small 504. And this is the power we get and makes it able to sand a timber floor from coarse to fine completely with the spider. And we don't need anyone anymore on belt sander. 90, in Germany, I can say 99% of the timber floors I can sand with a spider. I need a belt sander only for one job site. If I had long boards, which are very strong coupled. Then I need a belt sander because I have the first step, remove the cupped long boards, and then I can go with the spider over this floor. This is the only thing.
Is it quicker to get the belt out, the initial and into this spider?
You can do it also, but when you have a normal job site, you are fast with the spider.
Yeah.
Because you only need one machine. This is the first thing. You have only one machine on at the job site. You have been working with about 400 millimeter diameter, and here you have 200 millimeter or 250. Yeah. We talk at the spider from overlapping. I have maybe 30, 35 centimeters working with. Yeah. And here we have not 25 because we're a little bit smaller because of the edges of the drum. Maybe I have 23, 22. Yeah.